Beloved soul, before your thoughts react to the intensity of these words, take a slow breath and let yourself settle into this moment, because what you are feeling right now is not meant to create pressure or urgency, it is meant to draw your attention inward. When you read that something important was decided just for you, your mind naturally begins to race, wondering what it could be, imagining something dramatic or immediate, but true alignment does not arrive through panic. It arrives through awareness, through stillness, through a quiet recognition that something within you has reached a new level of understanding. The idea of a meeting held for you is not about something happening far away from your control, it is a symbolic way of showing that your journey, your growth, and your effort have led you to a moment where clarity is ready to appear. You have moved through phases of doubt, through times where you questioned your direction, through moments where you felt unseen or uncertain. None of that was wasted. Every experience shaped your awareness. Every challenge strengthened your ability to understand yourself. And now, that awareness is reaching a point where you can begin to see things more clearly than before. The tears of joy represent something deeper than emotion, they represent recognition. Recognition that you did not give up. Recognition that you continued even when things felt unclear. Recognition that you stayed present long enough to reach this moment. This is not about something external celebrating you, it is about you becoming aware of your own growth. That awareness is powerful because it changes how you see your path. You are no longer moving blindly. You are moving with understanding. The idea that something will vanish in seconds is not about losing an opportunity, it is about the fleeting nature of awareness if it is ignored. There are moments when clarity appears briefly. When you feel something important, when you realize what needs to change, but if you distract yourself or delay too much, that clarity fades into the background. This message is encouraging you to stay present with what you are beginning to understand. Not because it will disappear permanently, but because this moment of awareness is valuable, and it deserves your attention. You may already feel that something is shifting within you. A sense that you are no longer comfortable staying the same. A feeling that you are ready for something more aligned with your growth. That feeling is not random. It is the result of everything you have experienced leading up to now. The decision that has been made is not something outside of you, it is the realization within you that you are ready to move forward differently. As you sit with this message, allow yourself to feel calm rather than rushed. There is nothing you need to chase. There is nothing you will lose by taking a moment to understand. What matters is that you recognize what you are already feeling. Pay attention to your thoughts. Notice what feels clear. Trust that awareness. You are not here by accident. You are here because you are ready to understand something that you were not ready to see before. And that understanding is what will guide your next step, not with urgency, but with clarity that feels steady and real. Beloved soul, as you continue to stay with this message, something deeper begins to unfold within you, because what first sounded like something extraordinary happening outside of you is now revealing itself as something meaningful happening within you. The idea that a meeting was held just for you is not about a distant event, it is a symbolic reflection of how your journey has reached a point where your awareness is ready to receive clarity that was not fully visible before. There are moments in life when everything you have experienced begins to connect, when your past struggles, your patience, and your growth come together to form a clearer understanding of your path. This is that moment. You may begin to notice that your thoughts are becoming more organized, more focused, and less scattered than before. The confusion that once surrounded certain decisions is starting to fade. You are beginning to see patterns that you did not notice earlier. Situations that once felt unclear now feel easier to understand. This is not because everything around you has suddenly changed, it is because your awareness has deepened. When your awareness grows, your perception changes, and when your perception changes, your direction becomes clearer. The tears of joy mentioned in the message represent the recognition of your effort and your growth. There were times when you felt like your progress was invisible, when you questioned whether anything was truly changing. But growth does not always show itself immediately. It builds quietly, strengthening your mindset, refining your understanding, and preparing you for moments like this. Now that preparation is beginning to show itself in your clarity. You are able to understand things with less confusion and more confidence. The idea that something could vanish quickly is not about losing an opportunity, it is about the importance of staying present with your awareness. There are moments when clarity appears, when you feel a strong sense of direction, but if you allow distractions to take over, that clarity can fade into the background. This message is not creating pressure, it is reminding you to value this moment of understanding. What you are realizing now matters, and it deserves your attention. You may also begin to feel a stronger sense of readiness. You are no longer comfortable staying in the same patterns that once felt normal. You can feel that you are ready for change, even if you have not fully acted on it yet. This feeling is important. It is not impatience, it is alignment. It is the signal that you have grown enough to move forward, and now your awareness is guiding you in that direction. At the same time, it is important to remain calm and grounded. There is no need to rush or force anything. The clarity you are gaining will guide your actions naturally. When you understand something deeply, you do not need to push yourself to act, you move forward because it feels right. That is the kind of movement that creates lasting progress. As you sit with this part of the message, notice how your confidence is beginning to build quietly. You trust your thoughts more than before. You understand your situation more clearly than before. You feel less uncertain about your direction. These are not small changes. They are the foundation of everything that will follow. Stay present with this awareness. Trust what you are beginning to understand. The message is not about something being taken away or something happening suddenly, it is about a moment where your clarity becomes strong enough to guide you forward. And as you continue to move with that clarity, you will begin to see that what once felt distant or unclear is now becoming something you can recognize, understand, and act on with confidence. Beloved soul, as you move deeper into this message, you may begin to feel that what once sounded extraordinary is now becoming something deeply personal and grounded, because the meaning of this moment is not outside of you, it is unfolding within you. The idea that something important was prepared for you is not about a distant event, it is about the realization that your journey has led you to a point where you are finally able to understand things with clarity. There were times when you were not ready to see certain truths, not because they were hidden, but because your awareness was still developing. Now that awareness has grown, and with that growth comes understanding. You may start to notice that your perspective on your life is changing. Situations that once felt confusing now feel more manageable. Decisions that once seemed complicated now feel simpler. You are not reacting the same way you used to. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you are beginning to feel steady. This change is not sudden, it is the result of everything you have experienced. Every challenge, every moment of doubt, every time you chose to keep going has contributed to this clarity. The message speaks of recognition, and that recognition is something you are beginning to feel within yourself. You are starting to see your own growth. You are beginning to understand how far you have come. There was a time when you questioned your direction, when you felt uncertain about your path, but now there is a quiet confidence forming. It is not loud or overwhelming, but it is steady. It is the feeling that you can trust yourself, that you can make decisions with awareness, and that you can move forward without needing everything to be perfect. The idea that something could vanish quickly becomes clearer here as well. It is not about losing something important, it is about the fleeting nature of awareness if it is ignored. There are moments when clarity appears, when you understand something deeply, but if you distract yourself or delay too much, that clarity can fade. This message is encouraging you to stay present with what you are beginning to realize. Not because it will disappear forever, but because this moment of understanding is valuable, and it can guide you if you allow it to. You may also begin to notice that your priorities are becoming clearer. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same value. What once felt necessary may now feel optional. This shift is not random, it is a reflection of your growth. As you evolve, your focus changes. You begin to invest your time and energy in things that align with your direction. This is how progress begins to take shape. At the same time, remain grounded in this process. There is no need to rush or force anything. Real clarity leads to natural action. When you understand something fully, you do not need to push yourself to act, you move forward because it feels right. That kind of movement is stable, consistent, and aligned with your growth. As this part settles within you, recognize that you are no longer in a place of confusion. You are in a place of awareness. The message you are receiving is not something separate from you, it is a reflection of what you are already beginning to understand. And as you continue to stay present with that understanding, you will begin to see that what once felt distant is now becoming clear, and what once felt uncertain is now becoming something you can trust as you move forward. Beloved soul, as this message reaches its final depth, everything that once felt intense now becomes calm, steady, and deeply clear, because what you are truly experiencing is not urgency, it is awareness completing itself within you. The idea that something important was revealed to you is no longer about something external happening for you, it is about something internal becoming fully understood by you. You are not waiting for clarity anymore, you are standing inside it. You are not searching for direction anymore, you are beginning to recognize it. There is a quiet sense of completion here, not of your journey, but of a phase that has shaped you into who you are now. You have moved through confusion, through uncertainty, through moments where you questioned everything, but those moments were not empty. They were building your awareness. They were teaching you how to understand yourself, how to recognize what aligns with you, and how to stay steady even when things were unclear. Now that process has reached a point where you can finally see things without the same level of doubt. You may now feel a calm certainty within yourself. It is not loud or dramatic, but it is stable. It is the feeling that you already know what is right for you. You already understand what needs to change. You already recognize what aligns with your growth. This clarity did not come suddenly. It was built over time, through your experiences, your reflections, and your willingness to keep moving forward even when things were difficult. That is why it feels real. That is why it feels steady. The meaning of everything you have read now becomes simple. It is not about something being given to you or taken away from you, it is about you recognizing your own readiness. You are no longer in a place where you need to wait for answers. You are in a place where you can trust your own understanding. This shift is powerful because it changes how you move forward. You are no longer reacting to situations, you are responding with awareness. You are no longer searching for direction, you are following clarity. You may also notice that your fear of making the wrong decision has decreased. This is because you now understand that even if things are not perfect, you have the ability to adjust and continue moving forward. You trust yourself more than before. You trust your ability to handle change, to learn, and to grow. This trust removes hesitation. It allows you to take steps that you once delayed. As you move forward from this point, remember that you do not need to rush or force anything. Real alignment happens when you act with clarity, not when you act with pressure. Stay present with yourself. Continue to notice what feels right. Continue to trust the awareness you have developed. The path ahead will become clearer with each step you take. As this message closes, let it leave you with a sense of calm confidence. You are not missing anything. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to move forward with clarity. The understanding you have reached is not temporary, it is something you can carry with you. And as you continue to move with that awareness, you will begin to see that what once felt uncertain is now becoming something you can trust completely. Comment, "I trust my path," if this resonates. Like and subscribe for more messages like this.